Hi, I'm Stephen Moore. I'm going to show you my website entitled Rescue Ops. It is a fictional business in which I envision taking rescued puppies and other animals and training them to be companion animals for specifically veterans with PTSD. Um, the business would also focus on helping homeless veterans get care for their pets. You often see them out with their dogs and such like that, often with veterinarian needs. Um, it would be a program to both train and present these animals and also to take the animals that the veteran already has and provide them with free or low cost, no cost training to more get them more in line with what the veteran needs when they come home. So here we have the main page of my website. You can see the Rescue Ops original graphic. I tried to keep the stencil look to it, to try to keep the military theme. I've tried using red, white, and blue and flag, as patriotic colors as I can. Here we have, I try to keep my sub menus to a minimum. We have all of them throughout the top. On the main menu, we have news, events, and I actually was able to put a little inline video talking about what is PTSD. So here, I'll show you that. I thought this was really interesting video. Being a PTSD sufferer myself for quite a number of years now, I'm always interested in videos that explain it in a way that makes sense for families and young children and such, since I have three myself. Over here we have news excerpts. I've actually taken some that I was able to find recently. Unfortunately, not all of the ones we find nowadays are exactly good news stories. A lot of people are restricted from taking PTSD animals into amusement parks, restaurants, facilities, because in a lot of places they are not truly considered disability dogs. Um, on the same level as seeing eye dogs or help with a physical handicap. So on the first page here, we just have our mission, which is just the basic. This is what I'm trying to do with my site. This is what my business hopes to accomplish. And down here, I wanted to put very prominently and foremost immediate help sources. The Mayo Clinic, the Veterans Crisis Hotline, Military One Source that has a direct crisis hotline that you can call. All of these provide the link straight there. Because I didn't want the site to focus primarily on the animal aspect. I really wanted my business to encompass both sides, but to really provide the help and the options that soldiers and veterans need when they're trying to deal with PTSD. Um, Speaking of that, here's the endorsements page. I went through and just created obviously fictional veterans and talk about their experiences from the one homeless veteran who got medical assistance for his pet that he uses to one soldier that his dog is trained to turn on the light and wake him up if he's having nightmares at night. So I wanted to kind of show all these different ways that the business was going to interact, both from taking animals that were already there in the home and training them, or providing newly trained animals, or just medical care for veterans that needed some assistance getting their pets care. Here is my infographic, PTSD and homeless pets. It talks about the statistics of how many people are suffering from PTSD in the United States, along with how many shelter dogs there are every year. Obviously, I'm not trying to say one is quite as important as the other, but if I can have an organization that puts a dent in both of these problems at the same time, well, then that's a great thing. This is my primary Get Involved page. This is where you can, uh, I had a volunteer director to where you could come to one of our sites. If you're a trainer, you could assist with training. If you're just someone who likes to work with animals, you could assist with the maintenance of the facility. If you were just a veteran that wanted to come by and enjoy one of the sites, this would be where we'd set it up. I also wanted to have a place where other businesses could kind of form cooperative relationships with my organization. Veterinarians that can maybe provide lower cost or discounts for people that are referred by my program, something like that. Pet stores that have expired food, maybe that we could use and still recycle and things like that. I also wanted to have the traditional automated donation. I'd like to set this up if this was an actual business through PayPal or some other automated site where you could go and just make a one-time cash donation anywhere from as low as $1 to, as much as you wanted. Down here, I envisioned having a direct embedded way for a customer to contact us. Obviously you're dealing with PTSD. There's stigmas associated with this. I know from personal experience, sometimes it's very difficult to accept. It sometimes makes you feel ashamed, guilt. And so I wanted to have a non-public way of, having a communication line directly to the business from the website. And so I embedded it down here in the Get Involved area. This is the community I envision putting other organizations that provide PTSD care, as I've got on here now, the Veterans Affairs. I envisioned other animal agencies, rescue agencies, ASPCA, the Humane Society, veterinarians.com, which is a good site for finding veterinarians with low-cost care. And as my organization grew and began relationships with these other organizations, kind of in the same genre, Patriot Paws, things like that, I would be, hopefully linking to them, and they would obviously hopefully be linking to me through their site. This is where I envisioned, again, because of the Privacy Act with medical stuff, and the need for confidentiality, I wanted to not have an online broad that anyone could see application. So I just have a built-in link here where they can download the application, fill it out, and then mail it to us or scan it, send it on a private means. Now here's the meat of the site. This is where I envisioned having available pictures and descriptions of all of the animals that we had up for adoption. I've broken them down right now according to breed. Beagles, Golden Retrievers, and German Shepherds, three of the main breeds that lend themselves well to this type of training and are often found as service dogs themselves. This is a slideshow type presentation where it gives their name and description. As you go through, you can bring up the up-close picture. It brings up kind of a description of the dog's personality, and gives the name, how we got him, whether he was donated to us, or whether he was a true rescue or found. And I imagined having hopefully hundreds of pictures and dogs that we could flip through with these sites. I really liked the flip book type feel to this. And again, we had the real quick, if you're on the home page and you wanted to go and donate, you could just use this link here. Let me turn off that ingress. And so that was essentially how I imagined it. I imagined this as kind of a mixture of the animal rescue cause versus along with the providing help for PTSD through companion animals. Both of these things are very near to me, being a PTSD sufferer for quite a bit of my life. And I'm very big into the rescue dog scene. We every chance I get, we rescue them. and provide them with homes, try to adopt them out, foster them. So I really thought this was something that could really provide a special niche there. Thank you very much.